Hello, I'm Kelly from Kelly Slays Cakes, and I'm going to take you today along with me making a Spider-Man cake. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just stacking and filling my cake here. I use Swiss meringue buttercream. I'm doing a border. I'm piping a border, and then I'm putting my chocolate filling inside. And I will go ahead and give you my chocolate filling recipe. It's super soft. It is decadent, it's airy, and it's delicious. Child, you gotta try it. Oh my God. So, anyways, I take unsweetened cocoa powder and I mix that with cream until it's really soft. I whip that and then I whip in some Swiss meringue buttercream, and oh my God, it is amazing. You just saw my son's little head right there if you were quick enough to catch it. So, anyways, I'm just doing the crumb coat right now. We want to do the crumb coat to keep all those little chocolate flavors of goodness inside the cake and not outside the frosting. Because you know that wouldn't be pretty, right? Okay, so now I went ahead and I put it in the fridge for 20 to 30 minutes to firm that up, and then we're gonna go on with another coat of the Swiss meringue buttercream. And here I'm just cleaning it up. I'm making the top with sharp edges. I'm going around, I'm smoothing it out. This cake is going to be a textured cake, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, most bakers like their cakes to be nice and smooth and perfect anyways. We still do it. So that's what I'm doing here. And after this, I'm going to put it back in the fridge for 20 to 30 minutes. And you see, I'm just making sure I get that really sharp edge here. So I've been doing cakes about 5 years now. Oh, we're on to the next slide. Okay, so I printed out some Spider-Man edible images on my edible printer, and I'm just cutting them out here. And I'm sorry, it cut off a lot in this video, but work with me, it's my first one. All right, so you saw that madness mess of fondant. We are gonna make magic happen, and that's what I'm doing right now, making magic happen. And I'm using Tylose powder, vegetable shortening on my hands, and 15 seconds in the microwave, and you can bring fondant back. Look at that, bam, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna take my edible images, I'm gonna peel off the backings, and I'm gonna use some piping gel to go ahead and stick them on there. Here we go. And again, my name is Kelly, and I'm from Kelly Slays Cakes. I've been doing cakes about 5 years now. It started with my son's birthday cake, you know, and then people loved it, asked me to do their son's, their son or daughter's cake. So I did, and it just kind of turned into this. Now I'm out of bamboo skewers, and I didn't know before starting this project. So I'm working with toothpicks, which was extremely hard. I don't recommend it. Just go to Publix or Walmart, wherever you buy, and get some bamboo skewers, because it's going to give you more flexibility to put the toppers where you want. Also, add some Tylose into your fondant so the toppers dry hard and they don't wilt or fall from the cake. I'm putting some piping gel on the toothpicks, and then I'm taking another piece of fondant and I'm putting that on the back, covering up the toothpick. And then here I'm just doing a personalized name, Happy Birthday Mateo, and I'm going to put that on some fondant as well. When you're doing the toppers, make sure you use a nice thickness, not too thick so it doesn't dry, but you don't want it really thin like you're using on the cake. When you do an edible image on the cake, you're using a really thin piece of fondant. When you're making toppers, make it a little thicker. Now I'm just rolling out some black. I'm going to do a nice number 3 on top of the cake. I used the cookie cutter to cut out that number 3. And I'm just putting it on with piping gel. All right, back to our cake. It got cold. So now I'm just taking some blotches of red buttercream. I'm putting them on the cake, and then I'm taking my spatula and kind of smearing them around. I put it back in the fridge for 30 minutes and then I take out the blue. I put it in the fridge between so that the colors don't blur together, because if these two colors blur together, we're gonna have purple. So I like to put it in the freezer or, the fridge for 20 or 30 minutes in between so that doesn't happen. I also take my spatula and I kind of bob it up and down to give that really textured look. So that's some good advice to try if you're going for a textured look. This is just a stencil I got from Michael's, and I'm making some spider webs with silver edible art paint here. And then I go back in with an edible food grade marker, and then I'm just kind of like outlining the spider web so you can really see it better. And that came out pretty cool. I just wish I would have done it in probably red, I think. All right, so now I'm putting the edible images on. You can see there. If an edible image is ever too heavy on the cake, you can always stick a toothpick underneath and it will not move. Now I'm taking some black sprinkles and I'm just going around to the textured parts, and that makes it even more textured. I love doing this. And again, I'm very sorry that we only have like a partial of the cake. There you can see the edible images. You can see I have Spidey on top. Now I'm going around and piping some red and blue to give it some more, flair or whatever you want to call it. And I'm adding to the sides. I'm trying to look and see where to position my other Spider-Man. I'm also going to add some gumballs to this to give it a little more. There we go. There I put the other Spider-Man. I found a great home for him. So I have one coming out of the top of the cake, one on the bottom. I think it equals it out very nicely. And bam, here you go. Here's the final product. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like and subscribe and enjoy.